All right, we're doing a little asphalt repair here, and you might recognize this place. We put in a at-grade septic system down there, but their asphalt's in pretty rough shape. Got these sinkholes, some cracks, and pretty much this whole edge over here is not doing good. So we've painted out some lines that we're going to saw cut to. Going to remove a little bit of this here. But really the biggest problem, I think, is actually the retaining wall just below us here is old and failing, and it's causing some of this material just to settle and causing these cracks, allowing water to get into that asphalt underneath it. This is a little bit more extreme here, so we're going to do some digging there and see if we can find if there's a duct or a pipe or something that's wicking the soil down into that, because quite a bit of material has disappeared there. But yep, we're gonna do some asphalt cutting demo, and hopefully by the end of the day some paving. So let's get to work. All right, we got most of this asphalt removed, and Neiman was working on digging down into this really kind of like a sinkhole here. There's this old cruddy retaining wall back here. It's given away, and at this property, we're in Sebastopol, which is really common for sandy soils, really kind of sandy surface soils. And underneath that, down a little ways, varying depth, you'll hit like a clay lens or an impermeable layer. But through that super sandy topsoil layer, especially on a hillside lot, there's lots of gopher tunnels. And so during heavy rains, you get lots of water that's kind of traveling subsurface, only about 6 inches down or so, through all these gopher tunnels. And they can really pick up a lot of silt and drag that soil with the water and discharge it, you know, out elsewhere. But you can kind of see some of these tunnels right here. We were packing that with the digging bar and it was sinking down. So we're going to go through this area, tamp the surface with that digging bar, see if we can find any of these gopher tunnels that are left in here. I think mostly it's going to be up in this corner, and we're just going to try to break those down, and then we'll put some base rock in there and compact that. Here in this bigger pit of a spot, we're going to lay in some filter fabric and then start packing and building that back up in lifts. But I'll give you an example here with the digging bar. There was a pretty good soft spot there, and you can see this is just another spot that's not very good. But again, I think the worst thing is really this retaining wall probably needs to be replaced at some point in time. So we'll get this cleaned up here and start spreading some base rock. All right, so this DI was draining, but this one wasn't. Grant went down below. What'd you find there, Grant?
Found a root snake.
A root snake. So he pulled it out of the other pipe. So now this little drainage box is working, and so yeah, leave it to some guys that know how to work on pipes to figure that one out. All right, we got some fabric in here, so now we're just gonna throw some of this fill back in there, and then we're gonna compact that in. leftover base rock, so we're just going to spread it down there for them and have all this smoothed out. As you saw in that time lapse, we were digging out some loose spots that were pumping a little bit. Just the subgrade underneath is just a really soft sandy loam, and it was oversaturated, and so we dug out a couple spots there, replaced that with base rock, vibratory plated everything, except I have to vibratory plate that little L-shaped cutout over there. But everything's looking pretty good. Grant's gonna run off and get some asphalt. Neiman and I are gonna sweep and try to get this to dry off a bit. We have some tack oil in these buckets, but once we get this dried off here a little bit, we might even have to use the torch. We're gonna take this brush and apply tack oil to the face of the cut right there, and a little bit on top, and we're gonna get that tack oil all the way down and around on all these surfaces, and wait for Grant to get back. Yep, it's a hot one. All right, we're just using a little bit of diesel right here, and getting these tools sprayed just a tiny bit so that asphalt doesn't stick to the tool. And we are just about ready to paint on this asphalt emulsion. All right, got this all done. Truck's loaded, ready to go. Neiman already took off. Grant's gone. Grant took off with that asphalt to go dump it out at the rock quarry, get that recycled. But Neiman finished vibratory plating that extra base rock we had down there, and this turned out pretty good. Definitely an improvement. It's kind of a weird situation right here. They had this DI it was clogged with roots. As you saw, Grant pulled that big long thing of roots out of there. I don't know, at some point they put this one in, maybe because that one failed. I'm not really sure what happened, but both DIs are cleaned out, unclogged, and draining. But let that clean up out of there. I was struggling a little bit with the vibratory plate right here. It's kind of a weird angle, and wasn't getting it very good, but came back and got it a little bit better. And this DI is cleaned out and working. So yep, not our usual routine, but I think it turned out pretty good. And appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Over and out.